The 2010 Darwin Festival program was officially launched this week, promising a mix of local, national and international performances. This year, the festival will feature a series of play readings as part of a new program aimed at supporting local artists to produce and stage homegrown performances. One of the plays has been inspired by the annual Beanie Festival in Alice Springs. As Anna Henderson reports, the play Head Full of Love delves into the relationship between black and white Australia and kidney disease.
From the far reaches of the imagination, each year there's one Australian festival that takes the beanie and brings it to the world. Thousands of eager knitters, crocheters, weavers and other artists enter their work, and many make the annual pilgrimage to Central Australia for the celebration. The festival embraces new ways of expressing the simplicity and complexity of the beanie.
Just show me on what you're doing.
Better you start with that wool.
Oh, honestly, I'm a fast learner. I really am. I'll just watch you for a bit and I'm sure I'll pick it up.
SC.
Yep.
Single chain.
Oh, that's easy.
Single chain and second chain from hook.
Yep.
Single chain row with crochet in chain space.
I think so, yeah.
DC.
Yep.
Double crochet 2 DC in CH2 SP.
Yeah.
2 double crochet in chain 2 space.
Yep.
You're wrapping that wool over that hook,
Yep.
make double crochet so stitch goes round that chain.
Oh, well, that's a bit more complicated, isn't it?
This year's avid beanie community has been given a sneak peek into a brand new play inspired by the festival. Head Full of Love is in production, and during the festival, audiences were treated to a special preview reading of the script.
For me, it's like a metaphor and a conduit for relationships. So whilst you can sit with someone knitting a beanie, you don't have to sort of talk, and in some ways then both of you are equal. You know, it's not the white fella talking to the black fella deciding to... It's you just making beanies together. You know, you're beanie makers before anything else. And so I really like that.
Alana Valentine came to Alice Springs to research the beanie community and found a strong culture had woven around the humble headgear. She says the festival partly began as a way to provide economic opportunities in remote Aboriginal communities.
So few positive stories come out of the Northern Territory, you know, in terms of black-white relations. Down south, we're constantly hearing the problems, the intervention, the alcohol, the petrol sniffing. And I came here and thought, wow, this is a story of genuine healing, genuine economic revival in these communities. Why aren't we hearing that story?
Weave in those ancestor stories.
I understand.
Tilly is a traditional Aboriginal woman, living in Alice Springs.
This row, him mustard from grandmother, father mother.
Did she used to paint up with this orange ochre?
No, that one she liked that mustard on everything.
Mustard?
From that jar. She worked on that station, in the kitchen. She helped with the cooking.
She's very strong within her culture. She's sort of a bit of a playful sort of character, I suppose, in some ways, but she's also very, very strong-minded and strong-willed.
What about this black row?
Dead one. In them cells with copper, died.
Who? You don't want to say the name? Okay. It's not just about the Beanie Festival or beanies. It's about a lot more. It's about reconciliation. It's about understanding each other. It's about accepting people for who they are and about not having preconceptions about people.
The Beanie Festival is a launching pad. It's the place that we build up this relationship between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal Australia and trying to get to know each other and some of the difficulties that both sides have.
This one?
Renal.
This long orange line, that represents the lines that come out of you when you're doing renal.
That one, Kunga, on renal.
Renal dialysis is one of the most pervasive themes in the script. While the play isn't based on any single person, a number of women who get dialysis treatment in Alice Springs have been central influences.
I was quite moved when I went to one of the dialysis centres here in Alice Springs, and we talked to some people who were having dialysis, and they were talking about these issues of culture and arts and story and their responsibility to their grandchildren and how they can't fulfil that role.
Doris Bennett is one of the many women who inspired the script. She's a traditional woman from Western Australia, but serious kidney problems have forced her to relocate to Alice Springs for long-term treatment.
There's a lot of misconceptions about kidney disease, about its causes, its treatment, and the real effect of kidney disease and dialysis on people's lives. And one of the fascinating things the play says is about not just that you have to go off your country to have, dialysis, but in fact you can almost never go back, because it's 3 times a week for 4 or 5 hours a day. And that means that you can never go back to your cultural roots.
It's absolutely epidemic here. I mean, that's what I think struck me the most. It's not just a percentage of this generation that it's almost like all of them. It's really very high.
Doris Bennett spends her recovery days from dialysis weaving baskets. She's hopeful the play will highlight the serious difficulties Aboriginal people face while they're getting treatment. The play will be performed on stage at the Darwin Festival and the Alice Springs Desert Festival, and there are hopes it will tour to other capital cities.
We can read things in the newspaper every day, and we don't have to engage with it if it's in the newspaper. If it's a theatrical performance, and hopefully a good one, you do have to engage with it. And I think I've always thought that theatre, particularly live theatre and film, to a point, is a way to educate people about things that normally they wouldn't want to hear about.
Anna Henderson reporting.